Hello, hello. Welcome to today's messages of love, yes. Of light, yes. Of hope, of peace, of joy, of release. Always need to have a release. Yes, yes, and yes. Let's tap in to the energies for today and see what messages come our way. What do we see? What do we know? What are the cards going to confirm for us, right? Because that's what we're doing. We're tapping in and we're finding solutions, answers to things that we're already feeling and intuiting, right? This is just kind of like confirmations. Yes, Iwas, beautiful. So we're starting with the runes, and Iwas is first. We got this beautiful white horse, and you know horsepower, it's very strong. The horse is a trusted helper and a stalwart companion on the longest journeys, working with humanity in a role of companionship and trust for millennia. The horse knows the power of a team and cooperation. Iwaz, while a swift energy, uses no force. Its way is persuasion, suggestion, and invitations of friendship. The power of this rune lies in union and partnership. Iwaz points to symbolic relationships, to the joining of individuals and harmonious beings. It encourages you to find flexibility and be adaptable to change. This is the time to go with your heart or intuition and not your head. Beautiful start. Okay. Teamwork, trust, harmony, marriage, and loyalty are the keywords of the horse. The horse, of course. Yes. Beautiful. So yeah, I fully committed to the change. So now we have the rose compass back online, which I love. Oh, and this is a wood burn piece that I did in 2020 when I got all hyperfixated on wood burning. Pyrography, not pyrography, pyrography. Pyrography. Oh, no, I don't know. Pyrography. Okay. Here we go. What do we got? What do we got with the Arcturians? I know I missed these cards, so we're kind of going back. Going back to freedom. Yes. The energy of freedom helps us reach our own freedom. We often search for freedom outside ourselves, which causes us to feel locked up. Freedom has nothing to do with the circumstances surrounding us. It is the quality that we can only find within ourselves. Dance with everything that knocks on your front door. In fact, this short sentence says it all. But why don't we do that? Why does it cause so much pain to see the fun in things? There are many ways to look at the events in our daily lives. How do we view a problem? You might want to replace the word problem with challenge. Do you feel the different vibe now? This proves that the way we approach things determines how we will experience them. Taking the first step is the most important one. Try to live your life this way, and maybe your life will turn into one big festival dance. Yes, I love that. And this, your perspective in whether things are a problem or a challenge, right? It's like, I don't know how to do this thing versus how am I going to do this thing, right? Like there's a different energy to the approach, and that matters. It really does in this world of energetics. Okay, and then we have awareness. There you go. Be aware of what perspective you are approaching all the things. The energy of awareness makes you see that there is more to things than meets the eye. It keeps you in the here and now and makes you alert. Beautiful. Yes. Awareness and freedom for yourself from all those mental confines that we end up putting ourselves in, the limitations that we end up imposing upon ourselves, right? Gorgeous, 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 lovely. I'm gonna put these ones. Okay. Okay. Let's get the tarot cards in and see what is for us today. Freedom, movement, partnership. So being open to things, being open to relationships, partnerships, collaborations, cooperations. And it's like, oh, there's so many examples of how you can approach the current circumstances in your life in a new way, in a way that frees you from any self-imposed weight and pressure and confinements, right? I was sort of considering just before doing this reading the boundaries card. And it's always up, it's coming up. I mean, it's important to have clear boundaries, and but with this whole perspective awareness idea, right? Like sometimes it's just like defenses, right? What's the difference between a boundary and defense? Because they're kind of the same thing, just a shift in perspective, right? They're both meant to keep you safe. But if your defenses are too high, strong, impenetrable, you're actually keeping everything away, not just the stuff that will hurt you, because there's a link that stuff that feels good can also hurt you. And so just keep everything away to avoid the hurt at all costs. And that is kind of when we let ego make the call on that. They're like, it's too risky. Let's shut it down, right? Where the blinds and everything and it's metal and just lockdown, full lockdown mode. Nothing comes in. Sun doesn't penetrate. Birds can't fly. Butterflies, smells in the air, right? Like all of the things. Okay. So that's a message for somebody. Let's get into the messages and the cards that want to come up for us today. I saw that one. It's upside down. And what the hey? Because I don't typically do upside downers. Okay, let's see. Nope. Like this. Okay. Just a little one. Okay, where are we? We're in dedication and independence. So self-dedication, right? Being in your sanctuary space, your safe space, your comfort zone, so to speak, your place of refuge where you're safe and connected to your intuition, right? You've got your own level of abundance and stability. Queen of Pentacles is Earth energy. She is very much established, rooted, grounded, stable. Okay. She's already done the work, tilling and whatever, and now her harvest is blooming. I don't know, harvesting? Her harvest is up. Fruitful, fruiting, abundant. Okay. And then the dedication to this maintenance, this stabilizing. Okay, and then we have, double twos. Interesting. So these two have been coming up. This one too, this Two of Swords. It's like crossroads, it's balance, it's choice between two paths, directions. And then this one here is the creative visualization board. This is your efforts to clarify and define the kind of world that you want to live in. Okay. And I feel like the connection here is this choice, like we were talking at the beginning. Every time you choose, how can I do this versus I don't know how to do this, you are choosing the new world versus the old world. Because the old world, there's limits, there's confines, there's boundaries, there's all of the things, right? In the new world, there's hope, there's peace, there's magic, there's abundance, there's capabilities beyond anything that your mind thinks otherwise, right? Okay. We've got the balancing of yourself. Okay. And I feel this connection here for sure. And because this is the physical, emotional, mental, spiritual realms, grounded, centered, meditative, connected to your higher realms, your spirit team, right? They're all gathered in this orb above you. That's your team, right? Each one. And then even planets, we've got planets and astral beings and all kinds of things on our side that we can't see. And this is the consolidating of your resources, your energies, the taking, instead of spreading your energy across 5 things, you're just focusing on 2. Okay, we got the 2 of Cups there, this figure is grabbing and ready to leave the rest. Okay, and this makes sense with this dedication because during this process of creation of your new world, of the world that you want to live in, you're having to be mindful on where your energy flows and goes to, right? So you're letting go of things that aren't serving you anymore, that may have in the past, and reallocating your energies into pathways that feel good, that are filling your cup, right? And I'm getting like this grounding, centering, and being, right? Grounding, centering, and then being. And this is kind of the time and the place, when to, depending on. Okay. Wow. The 10 of Pentacles. This is beautiful. This is pretty much foundational abundance, okay? And I feel like this is the direct result of choosing this grounded, centered pathway. Okay, this is how you move towards your greatest and highest timeline. Okay, and then this world card here, it's kind of like this is the world that you're creating, right? The whole new world, a dazzling place I never knew. Beautiful. Okay, what do we got? We've got strength, wanting to bust any lingering confines that may be holding you back. I'm also getting reserving, right? Because it's beside this consolidate your energies. It's almost like don't rush forward to everything, right? Like if you're rushing in 5 different directions, you're going to get exhausted a lot. And, you're like putting 20% into that, 20% into that, 20% into that, 20% into that. But meanwhile, you're going at 100%. But if you consolidate your energies into just these 2 cups here, and holding yourself back from running around like crazy, now you're putting 50% into one cup and 50% into another cup. Your percentage game has already increased just because you were aware of where your energy was flowing, what you were running after. Okay. And then we got the Patience Knight on the bottom. So that's giving me this. You may feel the need to want to run around and overextend because you have all this energy, but this reserving your energy will pay off, okay? Especially because there's going to be sparks of creation, sparks of inspiration coming in. And if you're already tapped out, right? If you've already overextended yourself in areas that were kind of you're not going to have any energy available to run on these great ideas. So it's almost like don't move on something unless it's sparking a fire under you. Yes. Okay. What else we got? What else you gonna tell us about stuff and stuff? What's that? Who's that? What you got? Celebrate. Yes. Okay. So what I'm getting, this is interesting. I've never got this before, but see these 3 cups here. I feel like these 3 cups. So I'm getting like sacrifices to the gods, okay, which is bizarre, but think of it as not a waste because these 3 things could represent, like say it were hobbies, okay? Say you liked to do 5 different types of things, and you decide to consolidate to go all in on 2 of them for this reason, for this reallocation awareness of where your energy is flowing and the compounding, like kind of going all in or putting more into some of the things into instead of all of it into all of the things. You know what I'm saying? And so this is kind of like a sacrifice because you don't not like these things. You just recognize that they're not necessarily as emotionally fulfilling as these other ones, as these ones that you're going to go all in for. And so by sacrificing them to the gods, they're almost, it's like a trade-in, like in poker, right? You've got a couple cards, you got your hand, 5 cards, and you're going to sacrifice 3 of them and go all in, on these 2 and allow the universe to deal back to you 3 new cards. And there's a hope that those 3 new cards are going to strengthen the 2 that you held on to. Does that make sense? Is that making sense? Anyways, it's often hard to put to words images that come in an instant with all the senses. And then you're just trying to put it into words. Okay. So I feel like we kind of got there. Okay. It's kind of giving me that, the sacrifice vibe, the trade-in. Okay. It's not getting any clearer in my words, so we'll just let it hang there and maybe it will clarify later on. You just gotta trust, right? Just gotta put it out there and then just trust. Okay, because the Emperor, who just suddenly appeared, is the one who gets things done. Okay, the Emperor is the grounded, making decisions for the good of all, very honorable, considerate. And I think you get to this stage by doing this, by knowing what to sacrifice, what to let go of, and what to go all in on, knowing when to hold them, right? And when to go all in, right? Recognizing the difference between, oh, that's a good idea, and oh my God, that's a good idea. This is the exciting carbonation of joy that fuels or tickles your fancy when it's something you should go all in about. Yes. Okay. So I'm just going to put the Emperor right in the center, okay? Because this dedication, this active awareness, choosing of your perspective, right? And this creating of your world, this is what the Emperor embodies. This is the getting it done. This is the active role in the kind of life and that you want to live, the kind of person that you want to be. Where and how you spend your currency, which is your energy. Okay, who else? Oh, we got flippers and flippers. Okay, so devils came out. Doubts and fears, adversaries. Okay, and the Ace of Cups. And more twos. We got temperance and the Two of Pentacles. So this is the slow in-between stage, okay, that you are the in process of becoming. This is the old world and the new world, right? And the universe kind of reorganizing itself. The more you choose this new world that you want to live in, right? The more you're signaling to the universe to solidify it, to make it so. Okay, and then we got a nice little 222 here. And this tempering, I think this is the process of becoming, right? You got to intend, you got to choose, you got to allow. This is the allowing things to shift and change and the energy to build momentum to flow. It all takes time, right? And this is your patience. This is the acknowledgement of the process, this creation process that the world goes into before it becomes a solid, tangible thing. Okay. And then there's something about this an offer that's coming in that's got a little bit of doubts and fears, but there were cards in between. So I feel like this offer is coming regardless. I think this is the adversaries will be overcome here. Okay, because I feel like there is some strength in this offer. It's not something that, like, a lot of thought and effort and planning and balance and meditation and connecting has happened in order for this offer to become an overflowing cup, to be solid. Okay, and so the devils, the doubts and fears. I don't want to link it to your Ten of Pentacles, but I feel like this is the choice, right? This new world or the old world where you're limited, you're fearful. I don't know how. I don't know how to do that thing, right? Don't know how to do that thing. You're stopped. You're stuck. How am I going to do this thing? You're activated. You're open to resolution, to figuring it out. I don't know how to do this thing. You're depreciating your energy, yourself, right? You've already told yourself a thing that you can't do a thing, right? See the difference? Yes, very important. And this is the kind of distinction. This is the kind of choosing, mindful, aware choosing of the kind of world you want to live in. Do you want to live in a world where you are stuck and disempowered, or do you want to live in a world where you are activated, engaged, and moving forward, empowered? Okay, and you're already like this. This is what you're coming out of. This is the old world that you're leaving behind, but it's a constant in the now awareness, right? And freedom that you're allowing yourself here. The adversaries need to be there. The contrasts need to be there in order to help us define what it is we actually want. And it's really, really easy to see what it is that you want when something that you don't want is standing right there, right? So this is another freedom and of awareness that when you start considering adversaries as cooperative components, you also change their power and their purpose in a way, right? You can look at them when they arrive, when they poke their head out, and you can say, oh, thank you for helping me further define what it is that I want, right? Okay, so this is stepping out of your comfort zones and receiving your wish, right? In an active way. This is the becoming the person to receive this wish. I actually feel like this is about this offer coming to you and your ability to take it. Okay, and I just want to put that here. And that's right. The other reason why I wanted to put the devil's adversaries, because it is like doubts and fears as well as external adversaries, whatever, right? They're all the levels. We've got adversaries. But around abundance and even like physical, tangible, earthbound abundance, the fears around that, right? Like I don't know how I'm going to make it big or whatever your disempowering thoughts are, right? Versus what am I going to do when I've suddenly have the ability to do things, right? Or like I'm never going to win the lottery versus what am I going to do with all the money once I win the lottery, right? This is that real time in the moment using your free will to choose the energies that keep you activated moving forward and being very aware when you are choosing the alternative. And not to be too hard on yourself when you catch yourself not or choosing the alternative, right? Because it's part of the process. This is that tempering. This is why it takes as long as it takes before we build momentum, before we start catching ourselves sooner than later, right? Before we start course correcting more often than that, we start to go places. We start to actually make headway. Okay. And this coming out of your comfort zones, I think this is an important part, of engaging, but also seeing where you're at. What world are you living in right now, right? And the people that you interact with in your life, they're your mirrors. Okay. And as you shift, as you raise your frequency, as you spend most of your awareness time in the new world, all the versions of the people that you interact with, they will reflect. They will meet you there. Okay. So if you are noticing everybody's happy and joyful, generous, cooperating, cooperative, then you are on your way, right? You are in this realm. But if you're like, seeing the opposite, then you might need to go back into your sanctuary space, recenter, recalibrate what it is you are offering, right? Okay. So I'm just going to have this guy appear because does that maybe but I'll put it there for now. We got protection wants to go up there. So that's how you protect your energy, is your awareness of what you're running towards, what you're putting your energy into, and a mindful reservation of where and how your energy is flowing, where your energy is flowing and going. Okay, so we got the King Cups. So this is confident, grounded. Okay, this is what kind of world? This is like the leader of the new world, right? This is the emotionally regulated. This is the king who holds an overflowing cup and is open to cheersing other overflowing cups and engaging in other overflowing cups. Okay, super creative, confident, capable, all of the beautiful things. So I think this is the world that you are creating for yourself, one where you are confident, capable, creative, living from your heart space. Okay, this is the direct result that you start feeling. You're not wasting energy anymore. You are pouring back in. And that's a beautiful, beautiful thing. And this is also this tapped into the heart space, which allows you or inspires you or lights the creative sparks. Yes. And then the King of Pentacles came down with justice, okay? So, I mean, obviously the king's got to go here because we got a King of Pentacles and a King of Cups on either side of the Emperor. So this is getting things done in the material and in the emotional. This is the balancing of your logic and your emotion, your heart. Okay, and this is also the counterpart to this Queen. And I feel like if this is an offer coming in, this is your receiving of it. This is it's going to balance, right? Look at all this balance here and the counterpart. So it's got masculine, feminine balance. This is also a result of your choosing. And this is what contributes to your pentacles, your abundance in the material world. Okay, and the justice speaks of getting back what you give. Yeah, through this balance, through your work, this is about comeuppance, right? You spent the majority of your life putting out love, giving love, sharing love, being love, while also healing from relationships that didn't reciprocate that back to you. Right? You just poured, and it was all collecting. The universe is keeping tabs, okay? But you had to get to a certain place in your healing, in your boundary game, in your choosing, in your creation of this alternative world, right? Think of it as this new world is like a space that is now open and available to receive everything that you deserve, everything that's been collecting, waiting for your table to be ready to receive. Okay, that's this temperance here. So maybe justice goes here because it's like part of what the universe is bringing to this new world for you as a result, as a direct result of the work. Oops, and dedication. Oh, look at that. That happened. But we've got celebration from your spirit team. We've got the Queen of Cups coming down here, the Moon and the Empress. Wow. Wow. Okay. So definite partnership here. We got two counterparts and the Emperor and the Empress. Like partnership. There it is. Okay. And this yet to be revealed. This divine timing. This when the moon is right, you will be able to see. Right when the moon is bright. Right now we're tapping into new moon energy. So this is a good time to be intentional with the kind of world you are creating. Because love, balance, union, all of the things are there for you, waiting for you. Okay. I just like a boom. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful love. Okay, I don't know. These guys, I mean, that's just got all hot when I saw it. Okay. So if we're talking about divine counterparts, right? The Emperor and the Empress here. This whole balancing of your mind and your heart. This is something all parties had to do because unions can't happen when one is in one world and the other is in another world, or it's a constant back and forth and you just keep missing each other. This is about being on the same world at the same time, right? This is about your energies aligning, being on the same vibe, being on the same frequency in order to find each other, which is gorgeous. Yes. Okay, I'm just gonna put the moon here. Wowza. Isn't that funny? Just flipped right out of my hand. Oh, the universe. Oh, spirit. Oh, intuition. Oh, signs and synchronicities. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. Oh, yeah. Did you see my post? I posted some pictures I took. I have this fuchsia plant, and I put this little mushroom statue house that I painted. I love a blue house with a red door. But anyways, um, 2 fuchsias bloomed together. And as I was taking a picture of them hanging over this house, because I was like, oh, that's kind of like a sign and synchronicity, right? I look and then I notice the shadow in behind it. There's a freaking horse. And I was like, what? And then when I looked closer, because I was taking pictures from different angles trying to get it, like, does this actually look like a horse or what? And I could see like an energy horn, like it was a unicorn. Oh my goodness. So I just posted it because I was like, this is what signs and synchronicities look like, right? When you see it, it's for you. It's real. It's meant to be, right? Yes, our brains can create all kinds of pattern recognition, and we're always looking to make sense out of things or whatever, right? But that's why, because it's another level of communication that we're missing out on, right? Okay. We got the Knight of Pentacles, patiently waiting, patiently preparing, and things happening behind the scenes. Okay, so something is yet to be revealed. And I mean, we've got the Moon card here, so that's our confirmation. Okay, and then this Nine of Wands is this spiritual garden tending. Okay, and I'm just going to put this spiritual garden over the devil, because I feel like your connection to your higher self, your grounding, your centering, your communication with your balanced head and heart, this is what shines light on the dark places, right? This is what puts a little neon sign over the old world, new world, right? So it's a clear, yes, thank you, I'm going this way, right? Devils don't have to, you don't have to give devils more power than they are, especially when you're like, oh, thank you for being there to help me clarify that I actually want to be over here, right? Like, I'm just like, kill him with kindness. It's funny. But this is exactly it. This is, it's part of life. It's part of balance, right? The devils are always going to be around. As long as there is light, there will always be shadows. And this is the acknowledgement, or getting to a place where not only do you recognize that fact, but you're also so empowered in the light that you also recognize that the shadows can't get near you when you are shining bright, right? Shadows always fall away from the source of light. Okay, so I feel like this may be something that's happening behind the scenes related to something that's coming in for you that's really going to help you shift all the way into this new world here. Could be this spark, right? It's like an offer comes in, an idea comes in, and then you get that fire under you to run with it, to go with it, to use your reserves energy into it. Okay, and then this balancing of the head and the heart is super important. And I love this counterpart action. It's just crazy. It's just crazy. Okay. Yeah, this is divine masculine feminine. So super important part to this world, building, balancing, co-creation. Okay. So I'm just gonna put that over there. Okay, we'll go through the deck one more time. And if any of these cards wanna come out and play with us and say something to us, like love, 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 love. Oh, I won't hesitate no more, no more. It cannot wait. I'm yours. Wow. Okay. Gorgeous. Love. Okay. Love, lovers, balance. Beautiful, beautiful. This is the frequency of your new world. Okay. Get there. Final message. Okay. I'm going to scoop it a scoop. Ooh, what do we got here? We've got the golden pineapple. That's beautiful. This is pineapples. Okay, so I read somewhere or seen somewhere or just have this knowledge somehow about pineapples being a symbol of prosperity. It's like, I think it's good luck to gift pineapples to new homes, or to have images of pineapples within your home. There's something prosperous. And I'm also being shown this meme or whatever, and it's like vendors who know how to properly cut a pineapple. And there's this way where you can pull up little fingers out of each of the eyes or whatever. You can actually pull them up, and then they're like little popsicles or whatever. So I'm getting the sense of sharing right? Pineapples, there's an abundant nature to it. This whole, these parts that make up a whole. Okay, so this is 100% giving me this 10 of cups. I mean, 10 of cups. Yes, well, that's definitely coming for sure. But it's 10 pentacles, this material abundance. Okay, the golden pineapple, gorgeous. Then we have this feather. So this feather is giving me angel blessing vibes. Okay, this is something that your angels really want for you. They've been with you this whole time. They've seen your struggles. They've seen you hold the love in places of darkness and still shine, right? Like you've done so much work, you've put up with so much, and you've still maintained a beautiful heart and mind, right? You're still aware and choosing love. And that's a beautiful thing. Okay, we got this little scooter, scoot-a-doot. Oops, sorry, I'm not in the camera here. So this is giving me movement, right? It's definitely, it's not like a super fast thing, but it's faster than walking, that's for sure. Right? I think they get up to what, 60, 75 miles an hour? No, not 75. That's crazy. But definitely something on its way. Okay, and then we've got the leaf, this beautiful, delicate, ornate leaf. It's almost giving me that. Have you ever found a leaf after the fall or the winter, and it's kind of like a leaf skeleton? Oops, sorry. It's kind of giving me leaf skeleton. So I don't know what that means. Maybe something to do with the fall or the winter. I don't know. What do you get from that leaf? Okay, there's those messages. What are we at? We're getting a long time. So let's pick a card. Let's pick these two. Okay, I'm going to try this one. So far, consistently, we've been getting boundaries. So which one's going to come out for us today? What's that? Oh, we got two. Romantic connection and sexual chemistry. Okay, I feel like this may be this offer that's coming in strong over here. Okay, that's happening behind the scenes. That is being prepared for. That's connected to this wish and the receiving of it. Okay, which is also going to lead to this abundance. Okay, sexual chemistry, love potion number 9. And romantic connection. Beautiful. I mean, come on, it's already romantic and it's just cards on a board. We got two counterparts plus the Empress and the Emperor. Like, what the actual? I'm just gonna do this and make it love, 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 love. Yeah, that feels right. The romantic connection with the heart, and the sexual chemistry with the earth, with the physical. Yes. Okay, gorgeous. And then let's just see if these cards want to say something for us today. What we got? Telepathy, enlightenment, and admiration. So, yeah, I feel like there could be some inner tinglings. This, what am I trying to say? Telepathy. It's like a knowing of some kind, and I feel like it might be linked to the devils over here. It's like you want to believe, but you also are fighting with your mind around it, right? This is why it's so important to balance the head and the heart, because you can't just trust the mind and you can't just trust the heart. You need to have that balance. Okay, and then the enlightenment, this is your efforts to maintain this openness, this mindfulness. And admiration, if you are manifesting a beautiful, beautiful kind of love here, then not only be the kind of love you wish to receive, but consider all of the beautiful things that you admire about your partner, will or do, whatever the case may be. Okay, like honesty, communication, a knowingness, I don't know, all kinds of things. It's up to you to figure out. Okay, we'll just okay, that got crazy, purposely crazy. It's because I saw twin flames. Okay, yeah, that feels right. Okay, we got the wheel turning in your favor over your world. We got the chariot. Things are moving fast. You are reaching goals. You are doing it. You are doing the work. Okay, connection. Yes, this is a good way to balance your head and your heart is through your connections. Okay, this temperance, got a temperance confirmation. Things take as long as they take. Joy. Yeah, I think this is just going to be like a joy freaking party. We've got the tower, hope and luck. Ooh, that's interesting. And the tower is kind of like a moment that you can never go back to. Like it's like a thing that comes in that it's like a breakdown of the old world and the new world stands on its place. Like there's no return. This is like the explosion. Once that old world is gone, it's gone. You can't go back to it. I feel like this is that tower. Lovers, lovers, so much lovingness. Keep the hope. Luck is on your side. Beautiful. Okay, harmony and patience and surrender. Yes. Surrender to this process, to your unfolding, to your balancing, to your manifesting, to the things that are coming towards you, and to the things that you don't have power over. Let those go. Okay, the hanged one. This is coming out of a stall, a moment of, what is it? Contemplation. Okay, because you're seeing things from all the different angles when you are hanging out, kind of forced to, right? You got nothing else you can do but just hang there and wait. So you might as well look around and see what you see, right? And this is that death of the old so the new can be born, right? The time of release is turning into the time of birth. And look, there's gold sunshine that wants to break through that egg. Okay. This is the death of the old world and the birth of this new world, which is this here. Okay. Gorgeous. Yeah. Okay. Well, there you have it. That's the reading for today. Beautiful. Gorgeous and amazing. I don't know. Should I leave this somewhere to see? Like there, maybe? Okay. Let's get a close up of this gorgeousness. And don't forget, we're talking about sacred partnerships. Okay, so this new world is happening. It's you're feeding it, you are nurturing it, you are empowering it every day with your choices. You are being mindful and aware of the energies that you are moving upon, and you are reintegrating, and that is a beautiful thing. And this gorgeous balance between your head and your heart, like, yeah. Okay, you're doing it. I love you. I'm so grateful for you. And I will see you on that world somewhere. Okay. Because we're heading there. If you're on this channel, we are co-creating that world together. And it's beautiful. And it's full of love and creative sparks and overflowing cups of liquid sunshine. Okay. So there you have it. Thanks for being here. And I appreciate you, and see you next time. Okay. Love you. Bye.